Hello folks, here I am trying to slice the pie up and serve up another little slice of the pie. I've shot this particular video time and time again because I have 6 minutes to talk or something, 7 if I'm lucky, and heck, it's just too deep. So here I am, I'm going to shoot through it as fast as I can. Look, blessed are those who believe without seeing. This was Jesus talking to doubting Thomas. Look, we live in the generation where it's pretty easy to see. I am definitely not all about blind faith. I have to know. I have to research. I have to know, It's not about believing. To me, I have to know. And so I'm blessed to live in this generation where it's really easy to see. It's so easy to see these folks. It's like the book of Revelations, the Gospels, Daniel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, it's so obvious now in this generation that it is truth. People have had blind faith in the past, and that's a beautiful thing. And for 2,000 years, a lot of people have had blind faith. But we live in the day and age in this generation where you don't even have to have blind faith. It's never been easier to know the truth. It's never been easier to see how obvious these scriptures are the truth. Thousands of years ago, someone wrote about what's going on today. That's inspired by the Most High, folks. How could you choose to just stay ignorant? I look at the world and I ask myself, how could I be a part of this human race? Am I really even one of those? Because I absolutely hate ignorance. I can't stand it. And so, I look at the news and it just everybody, presidents and prime ministers and popes and whoever, they just everybody proving their ignorance. And it's just a whole world full of ignorant people. My father says, my people perish from lack of knowledge. That's ignorance. And it so is true. The scriptures say, men have seeked to know all that I know and have not known it. Well, that must be men from other generations. It doesn't seem like there's anybody from this generation who cares to know anything. It doesn't hurt me anything to share all that I know, but it's is there even anybody out there listening, or is it just a bunch of deaf ears that I'm talking to? I mean, is everybody spiritually deaf and spiritually blind? I hate to shame everyone, and I mean everyone, but look, I walked away from the human race really about 10 years ago, just fed up with y'all, sick of it. I did my own thing. I had nothing to do with you, and I've just sat back and watched everybody kind of getting more and more ignorant than they were when I chose to walk away. So I'm looking at the news, and I'm going through, YouTube and whatnot, and I've pretty much watched YouTube for a decade now. Just watched countless of people prove how ignorant they are. There's countless people who prove how ignorant they are. Not to say that there hasn't been one or two people that seem to have a clue, or at least they're trying. But anyway, I have no one to blame but myself for all your ignorance, because I hid my light underneath the bowl. I was a disobedient child of the Most High. I'm one prodigal son, and I highly suggest all my sisters and brothers become prodigal sons. You've been adopted by the father of lies. He doesn't care if you guys kill each other and hurt each other or hate each other or anything. He doesn't care. Your adopted father doesn't give two craps about you. It's time to return to your heavenly Father. And the only way to do that is from your big brother, the only obedient son of the Most High. Blessed are those who believe without seeing. Well, we're in that generation, folks. If you can't see it, there's been so many people over the last 2,000 years that just had blind faith. Blind faith. You don't even have to be blind in this generation. It's easy to see. It's right in front of your face. So, here I am, I'm fishing for men, casting my nets, bringing in nothing. A bunch of fish. I'm going to have a fish fry. It's just sad and disappointing. There's some really, really intelligent people out there who can't understand intelligent design. There's a lot of ignorant doctors out there. There's a lot of people who have faith in their doctor. They have faith in money. They have faith in their doctor, faith in their medicine. They don't have faith in the Heavenly Father. They don't have faith in the Almighty Creator. In God we trust. Money is the God people trust. Did we not just, see that it take place? Aren't we seeing that take place everywhere? I mean, money. No one thinks about God, except for in God we trust. And, God's not his name after all, but, our Heavenly Father, he's my Father. I don't call him by some name. He is the Almighty Creator. He is my Heavenly Father, and he is the Most High. But he's my Father. I don't call him by a name. I call him my Father. Anybody who calls him by some name is really probably just disrespecting him. Samson's parents. You know that story? God's talking to Samson's parents, and he says, my name is beyond your comprehension. So all these other names people have made up, you're just proving your ignorance. I could take the scriptures of the Jews and prove them, prove the Jews to be ignorant. Like, you don't even know your own scriptures. I could definitely do the same for all Christian religions, specifically the Catholics, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Mormons. I'm a fact-based guy, man. I don't want no opinion. I'll take your own scriptures and prove you ignorant. All this social distancing, it's just fear. People who are faithless, who know not the Father. Everybody knows of Christ. Nobody knows Christ. And if you don't know Christ, you don't know the Father.